Hey everyone, my name's Casey. This time on Patina Pit Stop, we put carpet in the station wagon finally after 10 years, put a new air fuel ratio gauge, do a little bit more carb tuning, go drag racing tonight, and announce that finally I'm going on a drag and drive event in just a couple of months. Almost definitely. That's right. All right, so first things first, I put carpet in the wagon. I didn't video it because it really wasn't fun to do and probably wasn't fun to watch me do. So it looks okay, not the greatest. I bought the cheapest carpet that I could find. I think I spent $200 including shipping, but it looks so much better. And it's nice to have carpet, help keep the sound down. That was one of the things I've been wanting to do to the wagon for a long time. The other thing that I did is I added an air fuel ratio gauge to the wagon. It turns out I've been running the thing a little bit too lean. As long as I've been driving that thing, my jet size was 70 in the front, 74 in the back. I've played with them a little bit. Right now I'm at 68, 78. It's better. I don't think it's quite tuned in exactly where it should be, but that's where we're going to go drag racing later on in this episode and hopefully see if that's where it should be or if I need to do a little bit more tuning with the air fuel ratio gauge. And finally, it's time to announce that it's official. I am going to Southeast Street and Yeet. I don't know what a Yeet is. I'm guessing it means drag racing because the street part is the drag and drive part of a drag and drive event. I've been wanting to do a drag and drive like Drag Week or Rocky Mountain Race Week basically since they came out, 15 years ago, they started doing them. I've always thought it was a great concept. I've been wanting to do one for a long time. My dad and I are signed up for Southeast Street and Yeet. It is November 10th through the 13th. I'm going to try to take as much footage as I can. I don't know if I'm going to do daily videos or do a video at the end of the event. Just depends on how it goes. Couple of reasons why I wanted to do this event. Number one, it's short. It's only 400 miles total. The first day is like 50, the second day is 110 miles. The third day is 160. Basically, it's going from North Carolina to 2 drag strips in South Carolina and then back up to North Carolina. 2, it's in November, so it won't be 7,000 degrees outside. It should be nice. The weather should be great. Maybe even a little bit cool, which I'm okay with. Plus, that means faster times. Number 3, my dad has agreed to go. Those are 3 of the big factors on why I wanted to do this in particular drag and drive event. It's a great kind of a beginner race. It's the first year for this race, and I think it's going to be good because there's going to be, it's kind of like an entry level race. It's not a 5 or 6 day event. It's not 1,000 miles. All those things are going to make it a little bit easier for me to complete it, and figure out what I need moving forward. The other thing that's a little different about it is that it's an 8th mile drag race, which I'm okay with. I do a lot of 8th mile drag racing, and the class I'm in is dial your own Yeet, which is basically dial your own. So whatever I run the first day, I have to duplicate that day after day. And I have some plans for that, which is what we're going to test tonight when I go drag racing. All right, I made it to Music City Raceway. I've been here for over an hour and we're finally getting to make our first time run. So let's get this thing going. GoPro on. not running as good as I thought it was going to be. I had a 211 60 foot, ran an 888 at 80 miles an hour. Good mile an hour, but still felt weak. Let's go do that again. Two 10 60 foot. $880 to an $883. $886 to an $888. So I guess that's what it's going to run. Check the DA, see what it is. Definitely warmer than it was earlier this year. So I can't be too mad at that. And I forgot to look at my air fuel ratio gauge again. So maybe I'm too fat on fuel. I don't know. I gotta pay more attention. .035 light, ran at 890. 211 reaction time, ran at 890. I don't think I need to do a burnout. This thing's not spinning. Temperature's not good. And I went through the lights at like 13. I think you want more like 12, so I think it needs more fuel, not less, but I don't know. A little bit confused. Don't know. Not really sure what to do. But still having fun. All right, 890. Pretty good light though. That's good. All right, first round. $888 on the window. Do a burnout next time, Casey. We're at 890. Spun. Ooh. .60 time was off because I spun. And 089 is 081. He broke out. I did hit the brake. I did hit the brake a little bit, but I still would have probably run an 88. So I'm gonna leave my reaction. I'm gonna leave that the same, and not spin, because I guess apparently I gotta do a burnout. Whew. A little nervous. felt good that time. Alright, let's see what we ran. An 085 light. I broke out with a 879. Whoops. 208 60 foot. 879. Ugh. I don't know why I picked up so much. .208 60 foot. I left a little harder. That probably made a difference. All right, so I'm dialing an 880 now. 880. Oh, that sucks. Well, what'd I do? I bet I didn't run the number. 887. 051 light. He had an 051 and went a 61 on a 59. I had an 044 and went an 87 on an 80. I should have left the 88 on it. That one run I just picked up for no reason. I don't know what happened. That one run I just picked up. He went an 80, went a 79 that one run. I think because I was up on the converter more. And that time it didn't. I didn't get up on the converter like I did before. And apparently that makes a huge difference on how this thing runs. So, lesson learned, I'm going to have to be on the converter to make this thing run. Otherwise it bogs. Right now, if you ask me, I want to put a smaller cam in this thing because it just kills this thing off the line. But now it's probably not the time to ask me. I had fun though. I made it to the semifinal, which is only round 3, which is what it is, but I will decompress and we'll talk tomorrow. All right, guys, it's a couple days later. First things first, car did great. Drove to the track and back, no issues at all. Everything's running fine, no leaks. Feeling even more confident about going to the drag and drive event in November. Everything seems to be doing good with the car, so that's great news. It wasn't as quick as I thought it should be, which means that I'm gonna have to go test it some more. So I'm gonna go drag racing again next week, just to do some more test passes, play with the launch RPM and see if that really does make that much of a difference. And then I'm probably gonna jet up the carburetor just a little bit more, give it a little bit more fuel, probably because the air is gonna be getting better. It's gonna need more fuel. That's, I think, how the science goes with that. So I'm gonna do that as well. So I'm thinking about putting a different cam in this. I talked to my dad. He actually has a cam that would be just about perfect for what I wanted to put back in this thing. A little bit of backstory. This engine was in my 72 Nova. When I bought the Nova, I bought an engine for it, put it in, and I ended up running low 13s, high 12s with that engine, with a very similar camshaft to what my dad actually has in his stash of car parts. So it should put my engine back close to that. I put this cam in it when I rebuilt this engine 20 some years ago, and it was meant to go into a Nova that was much lighter, that had more stall, and that had more gear. All those things would help this thing immensely. If I had a 3500 or a 4000 stall, I think we would be seeing 12-second times out of this wagon. If not at least low 13s. I'm just not willing to put a different stall converter in here. I've already replaced the stall once. I don't want to go any more. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to a higher stall. I want to keep this thing streetable. And to make it more streetable, one of the other things I can do is put a smaller camshaft in it. So I'm pretty convinced that's what I'm going to do, is go to a smaller cam. Talk to my dad. He said he's willing to come up the week before the Drag and Drive event, and we'll knock out a new camshaft in this thing. So it'll have a fresh intake gasket. Everything will be, good, fresh oil change, and hopefully be good for the street and yeet with a smaller cam and a little bit better setup, a little bit more streetable setup. I think a smaller cam might even make this thing run better than it does now. It might be a little bit quicker. I'm hoping that at least the 60-foot times will improve. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Patina Pit Stop. Next episode, I'm going to do one more test run with this thing, play with the carburetor a little bit more, and try to launch a little different to see if that's the difference that was being made. That maybe I was launching closer to 1500 instead of 1700, and if that made a big difference. Also, I want to do a quick shout out. I found out that my Uncle Vince has been watching my videos, so thank you, Uncle Vince. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoy each and every episode as much as I enjoy making them. And I think it's really cool that you're watching. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Why can't I just focus when I talk? Walking by. That makes no sense the way I did that. Got a hat too. See, it says Patina Pit Stop right there. Let's try it again.